I welcome you all to today's class. I welcome you all to Faujis Academy and Vizhi. So today we are going to study this chapter called simple interest, right? So before I begin this chapter, you can expect like one or two questions from this chapter, and this is a very easy chapter, right? Okay, and we'll understand how and why this chapter exactly is easy. And before I move on to the the questions and the the basic concepts part of it, let's understand a few of the terminologies. So the first terminology over here is the principal. What it basically means that, let us say Abhikaran gives some money to Janagraj, right? Okay, Abhikaran gives 1,000 rupees to Janagraj, right? Okay, and says that to Janagraj that, hey, Janagraj, you return me after 1 year. Okay, after 1 year, but I want some commission into it. Okay, some commission into it, and that commission is like some like let's say that's like 10% for the sake of simplicity, right? So the amount that has been given, the money that has been given, the lended to the other party is called your principal, right? The amount that has been lent to the other party is called your principal, right? Now, from the Janagra's point of view, he will have to return back the money. Let us say Abhikaran gave it in the year 2023 and now it's 2024. Let's say it was given in the month of Jan, and the Jan 2024 is already over, right? Okay. So Janagras will have to return this money to Abhikaran, which will be 1,000 rupees plus the agreed upon commission, okay, which is 10%. And 10% of 1,000 is nothing but 100. So that is 1,100, right? So Janagraj will be returning this amount to Abhikaran, and this money essentially is known as what? Your amount, right? The another thing is about your interest. Okay, the other terminology is your interest. In simple terminology, what is interest? Okay, what do we mean by interest? Okay, something that we are actually looking for, something, what's in it for me. Okay, let us say Abhikaran gives money to Janagraj, then Janagraj will be happy. Abhikaran is giving money to him, but what is in it for Abhikaran? What is Abhikaran's interest in it? Okay, why is he doing that? Why is he exchanging these hands of money? Right. So that particular thing is called your interest, and this 100 rupees that Janagraj had to pay over and above this 1,000 rupees is called your interest. Right. Rate rate is nothing but the the commission. Okay, the rate at which the commission, the agreed upon the number, the percentage, the amount, that is called your rate. And time. Okay, for how much time period? Okay, time is basically your linear thing. Okay, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year. Okay, time period. Okay, time period, for how much time period? Okay, let's say 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 1.5 years, 2 years. Okay, so this is the difference between time and time period. Okay, I mean, it's hard for me to tell it to you in language, but I'm sure that you are getting the sense out of it. Time is normal time. What is the time right now? Okay, 9:40, 9:45 maybe, right? Okay, 9:42. This is also time, right? Are you giving somebody at some percentage? Let's say for 10 hours, you gave to somebody for 10 hours, okay, at 1% interest. Yeah, it can happen, right? It happens in trading. Okay, so so this is your basically the 10 hours time is your or what time period. Okay, you gave it to Abhikan, gave it to Janagras. 1 year was called your time period. Okay, in this sense, in the sense that we are studying over here. Okay, the only formula that we'll be using throughout this chapter is called PRT divided by 100 is equal to I. That's it. That's it. Is the only fucking formula that we'll be using throughout our chapter called simple interest, right guys? Okay, and we'll understand how. Okay. Even though we'll be coming across a lot many different formulas as well, since that are given in your Pathfinder book. So it's imperative for us to learn, to explore, and you should learn. Okay. But if the basics are clear, this is the only formula that we have got to understand, learn, and on the basis of one single formula PRT, that is principal rate into time divided by 100, is equal to interest, this entire chapter can be solved. Okay. Over here is your example number 1. The sum required to earn monthly interest of 400. Okay. Monthly interest of, what are the premises? Interest they have given 400. Okay. Rate they have given 10%. Okay. The sum required to earn a monthly interest. Okay. So what is the time period? Okay. What is the time period? 1 month. Okay. 1 month, or in other words, 1/12th of a year. Right now, 1/12th of a year. So what is the sum? Okay. PRT divided by 100 is equal to I. What kind of premises they have given? P we don't know. And can we write 100 I divided by RT? Something like that. 100 into I. Interest is how much? 400 divided by rate is 10. And then time period is 1/12. Okay. How much is this value? 3 times 0? 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 48,000 will be required so that we earn a monthly interest of 400 rupees at the rate of 10% per annum. Is it clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
So example 2 over here, in what time will the simple interest on 400 at 10% per annum be the same as the simple interest on 1,000 for 4 years at 4% per annum? Okay. So what are the premises? In what time? Find time is equal to what? Okay. Time is equal to what they have asked. So in what time will the simple interest on 400, okay, this is what your principal, let's say call it as P1, 400, and R1 is equal to 10% per annum, be the same as the simple interest on, that is P2, 1000, T2, 4 years, and R2 is also 4. What is I2 over here? Y2 over here? 16%, 160, right? Right now. Okay. In what time period? Okay. The simple interest will be the same. Okay. Over here, 400 is your P1. Rate is how much? 10%. Time we don't know. This is what they have asked to find. Divided by 100 is equal to I2 because I1 is equal to I2, isn't it? Right. This gone. Okay. This one gone. This one gone. So time is equal to how much? 4 years. Right, guys. Is it clear? Is it clear, guys? Am I audible? Guys? Yeah. Okay. So let's move on to the next question. In that case, allow me a moment. Yes. Example number 3. A sum at simple interest of 4% per annum. Okay. Per annum means what? Okay. Per annum means nothing but your annual. Okay. Remember that. Okay. A sum at simple interest of 4%. Okay. Rate 4%. Okay. A sum at the simple interest of 4% per annum amounts to means amount itself they have given 3120. Time they have given 5 years. Now what? Now how will you find? What I have been telling you, PRT divided by 100 is equal to I is the only formula that we are using. Okay. When we write PRT divided by 100 is equal to I, what if P plus PRT divided by 100. Will it be amount? Yes or no? Will it be amount? We are just adding the principal to the interest. So we get the amount, right? Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Janagraj, I'll give you opportunity to write on the screen. Okay. There is a question which I really want you guys to solve. Okay. Yeah. So P, we don't know. This is what exactly we need to find. That means P plus PRT divided by 100 is equal to amount 3120. Okay. That means P into 1 plus RT. Okay. RT divided by 100 is equal to 3120. Okay. This is your 25. 1 plus 1 by 5 is how much? 6 by 5. P into 6 by 5 is equal to 3120. Right now. That means P is how much? How much is that? Is that 2600, guys? Calculate and tell me. Is that 2600?
Yes, sir.
One moment, guys. Yeah. So if you calculate this, you will find your answer is 2600. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Yeah. So now we come across rule number 1. So one moment. So if a sum of money becomes n times, okay. Very important one. Okay. Must say very important one. Listen to this one very, very carefully and understand it. Okay. Roman sir is messaging me. Anyways, yeah. So if a sum of money becomes n times, okay, in t years at a simple interest, then the rate of interest will be R is equal to 100 into n minus 1 divided by t percent. Okay. This is your formula. What is the question? At what rate percent per annum will a sum of money double in 8 years? Okay. So what is T? T is your rate. N is what? Double means 2. That means R is equal to 100. 1 minus 1. 1 only. Shall we write? No, let's not write. Waste of time. Okay. Divided by 8. Is it 12.5%? Okay. This is what they are saying. Now let's just try to understand. If a sum of money becomes n times in t years, okay, let's look at the question. At what rate percent per annum will a sum of money 100 rupees became 200 rupees in 8 years, right? 100 rupees became 200 rupees in 8 years, right? Yes or no? That means there was an increase of how much? 100%? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That means if it is a simple interest, okay, if it is a simple interest for 8 years, in 8 years, 100% increase was there. So that means in 1 year, how much percent increase must have been there? 100 divided by 8. Yes or no? Even if you haven't got this question right now, we'll come across a similar question. Okay. When we are solving it. Okay. Further. What I mean to say, let us say 100 rupees became, let's say, 5 times. 500 it became. Okay. Let's say in 5 years. What is the rate? It increased by 400%, right? In 5 years. I mean, I'm talking about simple interest. Yes, obviously. So 400 divided by 5. Every year it was increasing by 80%. Okay. 80, 80, 80, 80, and 80. To give us how much? 400% increase, right? Then only this 100 eventually became 500. Right, guys? Okay. If you want to go with the formula, I do not suggest you going with the formula. Listen, look at this concept. 100 became 200. That means increase is 100%, right? You guys know it. You guys are not that sort of chaps that I need to make you understand 100% of 100 is 100 and this 100 is again added back to 100 to get 200. No, right. I do not need to tell you like that. right now. So this 100% of increase happened in 8 years. So in simple interest case, what you can simply divide the growth percentage divided by time period to find the number, and that is how we have find 12.5%. Okay. Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Easy one, easy one. And remember this one, you might come across this question in your examination. Very easy one. Okay. If a certain principal amounts to A1 in T1 years and A2 in T2 years, then the sum is given by. Okay. If a certain principal amounts to A1 in T1 years and A2 in T2 years, then the sum, that means the principal, is given by the formula called A2 T1 minus A1 T2 divided by T1 minus T2, right? Okay. And the rate is given by the formula 100 into A2 minus A1 divided by A1 T2 minus A2 T1. Look, buddy, honestly, I hate all these variables. I honestly hate these variables. Okay. You do one thing, the examples that they have given over here. Okay, let me do it for you. A certain sum amounts to 1586 in 2 years. Okay. So that means A1 is 1586, T1 is 2, A2 is how much? 1729, T2 is how much? 3 years. So that means principal is how much? A2 T1 into 2 minus A1 T2 divided by T1 minus T2. Okay. T1 minus T2 or T2 minus T1. Right. How much is that? Okay. 34. This will come negative. Okay. T1 minus T2. T1 minus T2 is this much. Okay. How much is this numerator, guys? 1729. 1729 into 2. How much is this value, guys? 1729 into 2 minus 1586. I'm using calculator. Don't freak out. Okay. This will give you minus 1300 divided by minus 1, which is nothing but your 1300, which is your principal, right? Similarly, substitute this value 100 A2. It was how much? 1729 minus 1586 divided by A1 T2. A1 T2 minus A2 1729 into T2 percentage. Okay. Let me pull it up over here. Okay. So that means 100, 1729 minus 1586, that is 143, right? And 1586 into 3 minus 1729 into 2 is your basically 1300. Okay. Which will essentially give you 11%. Okay. Now let's just try to understand in normal common sense what is happening. Okay. What is happening? A certain sum amounts to 1586 in 2 years. We don't know what is P. We don't know what is R. Right? That means P plus P R T by 100 is equal to 1729. Right now, let's call it T1. And in another case, P principal is all the same. P plus PR T2 divided by 100 is equal to how much? 1586. Right? Okay. Or yeah, let's work with these numbers only. Okay. So 1729 it becomes in 3 years. Okay. So P into 1 plus how much? 3R divided by 100 is equal to 1729. And over here P into 1 plus 2R by 100 is equal to 1586, right guys? Right. So this is basically our equation 1 and this is basically our equation 2, right? So what if we do 1 divided by 2, what happens? Okay, look, yeah, over here you might say, sir, maybe the formula method is much better. Yeah, it's much better, but let's try and understand what is happening. Okay, what is happening over here? Okay, this one divided by 1 plus 2r 100 is equal to 1729 divided by 1586. 1729, 16, 13, 1729. What number it is divisible with? 1729 divided by 1586. Okay. So whatever. Okay. Let's write it as 100 plus 3r divided by 100 plus 2r is equal to 17291586. How much is this, guys? I really hate to do this, honestly, but this is the need of the hour. Can't help it. 1586, guys. Look for any calculation mistake just in case I make. Okay. 4758R is equal to 172900 plus 1729 into 2. That means 3458. Right. This is value of R. And now let's take this R on this side. 4758. That means 1300 R is equal to 172900 minus 158600. Okay, this is 14300. That means R is equal to 11. Did we get the same number, guys? Okay, we got the same number, right? Now R is equal to 11%. Now let's just put this value of R over here. Okay, that means 33 by 100. Okay, 100 plus 33, 133 by 100. P 133, 100 means just take it on that side, 172900. That means P is equal to 172900 divided by 133. How much is that? 172900 divided by 133, which will give you 1300 as your answer. Okay. Maybe yes or no. I mean, it would be a very dicey thing for me to say whether or not for you guys to stick with the the formula methodology or not. Okay, it's your choice. Your choice. Okay. In the actual examination, you may or may not have such a dicey calculation. Okay. You might get some breakthrough. Okay. Here and there, you might get some, some easy way out, some approximations you can easily do and keep on moving. Right. But if you are interested, learn the formula. But this is the mechanism that's happening. Okay. This is what I wanted to say. At the same rate of simple interest, okay, at the same rate of simple interest, if a sum of money becomes n times of itself in t1 years and n2 times in t2 years, then t2 is given by a formula called n2 minus 1, n1 minus 1 into t1. Okay, so a sum of money becomes 3 times. Okay, sum of money becomes 3 times. That means n1 is equal to 3, t1 is equal to 5 years at simple interest. In how many years will the sum become 6 times? That means n2 is equal to 6 and t2 we don't know. This is what they are asked to find. Okay, it is given by a formula called n2 minus 1. Okay, n2 minus 1, that means t2 is equal to n2 minus 1, 5 divided by n1 minus 1, 2, t1 is basically a 5. Okay, is that 12 and a half, guys? 12 and a half years, right? This is the formula method. Now let's just understand what's happening in the question. Okay, a sum of money becomes 3 times in 5 years. Okay, sum of money, 100 rupees becomes 300 rupees in 5 years, right? What is the increase? 200% increase? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no, guys? Rate
Yes,
is how
sir.
much? 200 divided by 5 is 40% is the rate per annum. Okay. And if it has to become 6 times, the 100 will have to become 600. That means net will have to have a growth of 500% every year. 40% increase is happening. At what time this 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40, how much time it will take to reach at 500 eventually? It will take 500 divided by 40. This is nothing but 12.5 years. Right, right. Now tell me, 100 rupees became, 12 times. This is a question to you without using pen and paper. Try not do it. Okay. 12 times. Okay. In 11 years. What is the rate? Tell me, what is the rate? Take one moment of time and 100 rupees became 1200 rupees in 11 years. Yes, guys, tell me what you think about this. Look, if 100 rupees became 1200 rupees, that means growth was how much? 1100. Okay. That means growth percentage is how much? 1100 divided by actual value into 100, which means 1100% of growth happened, right? And this growth happened in how much? 11 years. That means what was the rate? What was the rate? What is the rate?
100%.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. 100% was the rate. Okay. Now, let me give you another sum. A sum becomes 10 times in 9 years. Rate is what? A sum become 10 times in 9 years. What is the rate? I mean, we are talking about simple interest. Yeah. Yes, guys. Yes, we can. What do you think?
So for which one, sir?
A sum become 10 times of itself in 9 years, then what is the rate? That means 100 rupees became 1000.
Yes, sir. Which is divided by 9, sir.
That means 900% of growth happened, right?
Yes,
Growth happened at 900%. And then in how much time period? 9 years. That means how much was the rate? How much was the rate?
sir. 100, sir.
100%. Yeah, absolutely. We'll move.
Okay.
If a sum of money at certain rate of simple interest, at a certain rate of simple interest per year doubles in 100 rupees becomes 200 rupees. Okay. That means over here rate is how much? Any doubt?
No, sir.
100. And at a different rate, the simple interest per year becomes 3 times in 12 years. 200% of growth, 12 years. 200 divided by 12, how much is this? 100 by 6, 50 by 3,
16 points.
16 to 3 percentage, right? 2 by 3. What is the difference between these two?
3, 1 by 3, sir.
3, 1 by 3 percentage. Yes. Answer option number C. Yes, Sriram. Do you have any doubts, queries, question, concerns? You can ask. In how much time would the simple interest on a principal amount be? 1.125 times the principal amount at 10% per annum. That means 100 was the principal. What happened? It became 112.5, right? No. In how much time would the simple interest on a principal amount be? Then only know this value become, then only know 0.125 times. How much is that? 12.5. This will be our interest. This will be a principal. This will be our amount. Rate they have already given 10%. Can you find the time? Can you find the time, guys? Time is nothing but PRT by 100 is equal to I. Okay. P is 100. R 10. Time we need to find divided by 100 is equal to I 12.5. This one gone. No. Then T is equal to how much? What do you mean by 1.2? Yes, 1 and 1 by 4, right? Yes or no? Guys, yes or no? Don't get frightened by all this PRT. Be flexible enough. PRT by 100 is equal to I. Be flexible enough. By this, you can find P, you can find R, you can find T, and you can also find. And just by adding another P, you can also find A as well. Okay. So be dexterous enough to mix and match and use all these variables to your advantage. Yeah. This one. The principle on which a simple interest of 55 will be obtained after 9 months at the rate of, they've already declared interest is 55. Time period they have given 9 months. That means 9 by 12 years. Can we write like this? Because rate is in annum. Rate is 3 and 2 by 3. That means 11 by 3 percentage. Right or wrong? We don't know. P. That's what they have to find. P is equal to 100I divided by RT. 100 into 55. R is how much? 11 by 3. Right. 11 by 3. If you write it simplified, it will become like this. Okay. Time is how much? 9 by 12. This one gone 5 times. This one gone 3 times. This one gone 4 times. Is that 2K? Is that 2K?
Yes,
What
sir.
did I tell you? This is the only formula we'll be using throughout this chapter. That's it. This is the only thing you need to. PRT by 100 is equal to I. And now use all of these variables, interchange their positions to find whatever you want to find. Right? We shall move. Yeah, question number 25. Simple interest for the sum of 1500 is 50 in 4 years and 80 in 8 years. The rate of SI is, okay, PRT by 100 is equal to I. Okay, rate they have to find, we have to find. So R is equal to 100I divided by PT. That means 100. I is how much? 50. P is how much? 1500. Time is how much? 4. Right? 2, 3, 1. Okay, not 3. That was 50 divided by 15 into 4. Right now, this should have been your R. This one should have been your R. Right? I had some, lot of confusion with these particular questions. These, especially 25 and 27. Right? Even by looking at the solution, it was like a little bit dicey for me. Yes, guys, I specifically wanted your help in these questions. Specifically 25 and 27. Because it's
Yes,
hard for me to decipher what exactly they have asked. Yes, Abhikaran, can you rescue?
sir. I'll try and tell.
Yeah. We'll also try. Okay, 25. The other premises. This is your case 1 basically. Case 2. Simple interest for the sum of 1500 is 50 in 4 years. Right? And 80 rupees in 8 years. So, this is your question number 25. Let me pull up the solution ones. For some reason, they have written T1, T2, P1, P2. I don't know. Okay. PR T2 minus T1. Why so? I'm not getting. Okay. 1500. 50 is your interest. Time period they have already given 4. R we need to find for 1500, and this is your case 2 over here, case 2. Okay, this 1500 P into R. R we don't know, we need to find out, into T. T is how much? 8 years. Divided by, yes, Sriram, good evening. How are you? All good? I guess you are preparing for CAPF, right? So PRT divided by 100 is equal to your interest, which is basically your 80. Okay. This got cancelled. This 10 times, 2 times, 3 times, that means R is equal to 2 by 3, 2, 25, 5, 3.
Sir?
Yes, buddy.
Sir, actually, I'm preparing for my semester, sir. In 15 days, I'm having my semester, sir.
Okay.
So, I'm just, can I record the class now, sir?
Yeah.
Because I can't just, I'm studying for my economics exam also, sir.
Yeah, these classes are being recorded and it will be doled out through the channel. Okay. Don't worry about that.
Which channel, sir?
Faujis Academy channel.
Okay, sir.
You want to
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So,
No
if I
worries.
want to see this record, can I see in Faujis Academy, right, sir?
Yes, you
Yes, sir.
can.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just
Thank you.
DM me on my WhatsApp. Okay. I'll share you the link for the
Sure, sir. Sure. Sure, sir.
channel. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Every
Thank you.
APCAP, CDS, whatever classes we are having, I mean, whichever recordings we have, we are available with. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes, sir.
dole it out through the channel. Okay. Most of it we dole it out. If you here and there, if you are unable to record, some tech glitches
Yes, sir.
happening. It's okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Maybe you can consult Abhik. He might help you. Okay. Right, Abhikan. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, sir, I can help you, sir.
Yeah. Please do help your friend. Yeah. So simple interest for the sum of 1500 is 50. Okay. In 4 years, they have given the rate is equal to half. If the rate is half, then 1500 into 4 into 1 by 2 divided by 100. Okay. 0. 2 times. It's coming only 30. It's not even coming 50. Okay. So obviously this question looks very dicey. Question number 25. Let's just respect it. Even though in solution they have given according to the formula I2 minus I1 PRT T2 minus T1, I don't understand the logic behind it. Why? If you understand, come and tell to me. How about that? Okay, right. Simple interest for the sum of 1500 is 50 in 4 years and 80 in 8 years. For the same sum of 1500, right? For the same sum of 1500. Right now. If it is for the same sum of 1500, case 1, we already have P 1500 rupees. Okay, I already we have 50. Time we already have 4. Then what is wrong in finding the R? From over here itself we could have found out R. Right now. R is equal to how much? 100 into I. That means 100. We have done it over here. Okay, we have done it over here. Had they given clearly the difference between them, this and that, then I could have understood. Okay. But there is no, they have explicitly not mentioned that whether they have asking for some sort of difference or what, right?
Yes.
They haven't. Okay. In the solution, they have simply written according to the formula. What formula? I mean, I want to understand the logic. Why is it happening? Okay. Even if we go by the answer, half 0.5% is the rate. Okay. If 0.5% is the rate over here, right? 1500 P, T, and R. 0.5% can also be written as half, right? Divided by 100. This value should have come out to be 50, but it doesn't. It only comes out to be 30. right? Then how come they are saying, half percentage is the rate over here? Okay. So we'll chuck this question and we'll move on to the next question, guys. Okay. Let's respect it. They might want to ask something else. They ended up asking some other thing, some other stuff. Simple interest for the sum of 1230 for 2 years is 10 rupees more than the simple interest of 1130 for the same duration. Find the rate of interest. This is a very good question. Yeah. Case 1, PRT divided by 100 is equal to I. Okay, right. Okay. So in that case, simple interest for the sum 1230, R we don't know, and for the sum of for 2 years is 2 years divided by 100 is equal to I, and over here your case 2. Similarly, 1130 rate is the same for the same duration 2 divided by R is I minus 10, right? No, I minus 10. Now we need to solve it. We need to find the best possible way to solve it. Okay. We have two equations. We have two variables. So obviously answer will come. Right. Let's do one thing. Let's try now eliminate I itself. Okay. This way we'll end up with R. We'll pick up this equation case 2. 1130 into R divide into R into 200 minus, not minus, equal to, we'll replace this I with this value. 1230 into R into 2 divided by 100 minus 10, right? So if we want to, right now, can you do it something like this? So over here it is your 2260 R is equal to 2460 R minus 100, right? Then 2460, 2260, basically your 200, right? 200 R is equal to 1000. What is R? 5.
So
Yeah, 5. Shall we move on to the next question?
yes.
If you want to use the formula, you can use the formula. I'm not a big fan of formulas. In entire mathematics, except for mensuration, we can't help it there. Okay, you cannot derive pi r square, 2 pi r. It came from, calculus. And to actually understand and derive all this, you got to do BSc in mathematics. Anyways, think about this question number 27. I'm just going to get some water. This is also another idiotic question that I have come across today. But I really wanted to discuss what does it mean and, what it is trying to say. I actually needed your help to solve this one. Okay. Just allow me a moment. Until then, you can read this one. Okay. Yes, boys. If the annual payment of A will discharge a debt of 1092 due in 2 years at 12% simple interest, then if the annual payment of A rupees will discharge a debt of 1092 in 2 years, due in 2 years, debt 1092 due in 2 years at 12% simple interest, A will be. What is this question saying?
Sir, if
Yeah.
if an amount will discharge debt of means like somebody got a loan of A amount and at the interest of 12%, they have to pay 1092 rupees as interest for 2 years.
Okay, 1092 as the interest for each of the years or 2 years.
For 2 years.
For 2 years. Okay. Yes. So that means half of 1092, that means 546 will be the interest per year,
Yes,
right? So that means this value is 12% of some number. Right now, this number will be 12% of some number. That means x is equal to 546 divided by 0.12, right? If the annual payment of A will discharge the debt of 1092 due in 2 years at 12% simple interest, then A will be 515 approximately. A will be 530 approximately if rate is 6%.
It includes P thing, I think so. Like the debt is 1092, which includes the principal amount.
Okay, 1092 includes the principal amount in 2 years, right?
Yes, sir.
So that means 1.24x is equal to 1092, right? No, I mean for 2 years, 12%. For 2 years, it means 1092 divided by 1.24. That means the debt that was actually taken was 880 rupees, right?
Yes, sir.
880 rupees. So that will be the debt basically, right? So what will happen? 880 rupees was the debt. After 1 year, that means 1.12. That means 986. 986. Now 986 was your debt after 1 year, out of which 515 has been paid. How much remaining? 174, right? And 986 minus 880, 601. That means 106, 577. I'm not getting this one. If you guys are getting, let me know.
Sir, if it's we didn't understand, or it's going to be option D.
Yeah, but I'm not getting if the annual payment of A rupees will discharge a debt of. Okay. 1092 is the total debt. Okay. Due in 2 years at 12% simple interest. Okay. Due in 2 years, 12% simple interest. 880 was taken as the debt, right? For year 1 and year 2, 12%. At 12%, the interest was 105.6 and 105.6. I've used the calculator. That means this amount plus these two amount. How much is that? Into 2 plus 880, right? 880 was the debt that was taken. Year 1, this one was the charge. Year 2, this one was the charge, right? So at the end of year 1, how come? At the end of year come, if it is like, basically the total payment that is being done 115 rupees into 2, right? Sorry, 515. That means 1030 is being paid back right now by one. A will be 515 approximately. A will discharge annual payment of A will discharge a debt of this much, right? So at the end of year 1, this was the case. 880 plus 105.6, 985.6, out of which 515 was paid, right? And again this amount was added. Or if you do not want to take this amount, shall we take this amount into 1.12? That means 470 into 1.12. It's still coming out to be 526. Okay, so work out with this question, guys. Try to understand what this question all about and let me know. Okay, 25 and 27, both of it. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah. I mean, are you guys okay with that? You can see the solution. You can go and check on the Google. You can go and ask anybody. If you get it, how to solve this too, come and tell to me as well. How about that?
Okay, sir.
How about that? So a person invested some amount at the rate of 12% simple interest and the remaining 10% and the remaining at 10%. Okay. So at 12% and 10%, he received an interest of 130. Had he interchanged, had he done something like this, the interest would have been 134. How much money did he invest at different rates? Okay. Case 1, 10% of 50, 50, 96. How much is that? It's not coming out to be your 130. No, it's also not coming out to be 130. Okay. Case 3, 80 plus 48. It's not 130 again. 70 plus 60. Yeah, it's coming out to be 130. Now, let's interchange this one. 700 at 12%. 84 and 500 at 10%. Is it coming out to be this number? Which answer option is correct? Guys, which answer option is correct? I'm feeling so sleepy. Let's get done with this chapter. D, yeah. If you want to go by the procedure, okay, it will look something like, okay, he invested X at 10% and Y at that percent. Okay. And then you will do something like this, 12x plus 10y is equal to 130, and then you will do 10x plus 12y is equal to 134, and then you will just keep on solving to get the value of x and y, right? Basically, you will find out x will eventually get 700 and y eventually you will get 500. So in this case, this is not suggested. It is suggested that you go by the options, right, guys? Shall we move to the next question? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yeah. Mr. Pawan invests an amount of 24,200 at the rate of 4% per annum for 6 years to obtain a simple interest. Later, he invests the principal amount as well as the amount obtained as a simple interest for another 4 years at the same rate of interest, that is 4%. What amount of simple interest will be obtained at the end of the last 4 years? Okay. 24200 plus 24200 into 4 into 6 divided by 100. How much is this value? Calculate and tell me. 24 into 242. Your interest is 5,808, which is added to
Option
242.
C.
Option C. Okay. That's a very good calculation, buddy. Yeah. So this will turn out to be your 30,008 rupees, right? And for 4%, that means you find out the 16% of this. How much is this? How much is this? It's 4800, somewhere near it. Okay. So answer option C, as doled out to be our dear friend Abhikaran, is the correct answer. Shall we move on to the next question, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sriram, shall we move on to the next question? Sriram, Bari, am I audible? Yeah, Bari, am I audible?
You are audible, sir.
Yeah, Sriram, what do you think? Shall we move to the next question? Yes or no? Okay, no worries. A sum of money lent on simple interest triples itself in 15 years and 6 months. 100 rupees became 300 rupees. Growth 200%. Rate, we don't know. Rate is 200 divided by 15.5. Right?
Yes, sir.
Also good. How many it doubles? Doubles when? Doubles means it has to be 100%. That means 100% divided by 200% into 15.5.
1.5. Yes.
10. This one gone. 2 times. 31 times. 31 by 4. Obviously 7 and something. So B is your correct answer. That's it. Right. 7 years, 9 months.
Yes, sir.
Shall we move? We have good number of questions yet. Yeah. Harsha makes a fixed deposit of 20,000 in a bank of India for a period of 3 years. 20,000, 3 years, 13% per annum. SI charged per annum, charged half yearly. That means half yearly 6.5% is the interest for every 6 months. Right now, for every 6 months, right?
Yes.
42 months means 7 6-month period, right? That means effectively, how much is that? How much is that?
7 times you have to multiply this.
Yeah,
45.
yeah. What is 45.5% of 20,000? Is it 9100 plus 20? How much is that? 29,100.
Yes. So
Okay. So C is your correct answer over here. Shall we move? Yeah. A sum was put at simple interest at a certain rate for 2 years. Had it been put at 3% higher rate, it would have fetched 72 rupees more. Okay. P, case 1. R, we don't know. T by 100 is equal to I. Sum was put at a simple interest at a certain rate for 2 years. Okay. Case 2, P, R plus 3. Time is the same as 2 divided by 100 is equal to I plus 72, right? Yeah, we'll evaluate that. Now what shall we do?
we have to replace it.
We need to find the value of, okay. We need to
We
find the
need to
value.
replace the I by the choice.
Yeah, we need to replace this I by,
PR by 100.
so that means 2P R plus 3 divided by 100 is equal to 2PR by 100 plus 7200 100, right? 2PR plus 3 is equal to 2PR plus 7200, right? Now let's solve it. 2PR plus 6P is equal to 2PR plus 7200, sorry, not 1000. This one gone. Then P is equal to this much. Then your A is your correct answer. Shall we move, guys? Let's read this one.
A man invests an amount of 15,860 in the names of his 3 sons, A, B, and C, in such a way that they get the same interest after 2, 3, and 4 years respectively. If the rate of simple interest is 5%, then the ratio of the amount invested among A, B, and C will be.
How will you proceed?
Sir, we have know that A plus B plus C is equal to 15,860.
Hmm.
And also we know the rate is 5% for everybody. So we have to equate the values has to be equal 5% into 2% into X. So make like that. So.
Right. Effectively,
Yes.
effectively, a man invests an amount of 15,860 in the names of his 3 sons ABC. Okay. Then the ratio of the amounts invested. Do we really have to work out with 5,860 only? Do we really have to work out with these numbers?
No,
Let us say A. 10 raised to 15 is to 20. That means 10 rupees invested, 15 rupees invested, 20 rupees invested. That's it. Okay. 10% of 10, 11. 15%. Okay. That means 15 into 1.15. 20 into 1.2. Are all these values coming similar? What is 1.15? One moment. 1.15 into 15. That is your 17.25. No, it's not coming out to be equal. Right. Now let's check B. 1 by 10 is to 1 by 15 is to 1 by 20. LCM is 60. LCM is 60. Okay. That means this is 6. This is 4 and this is 3.
3.
6, 4, 3. What is 10% of 6? What is 15% of 4? What is 20% of 3? Is it 0.6? Is it 0.6? Is it 0.6?
Yes.
Do we really have to worry about even this number 15860? Yes or no? No, we aren't worried about that. Option B is your correct answer, guys. Okay. Yeah, we were lucky that we got our answer in option number B itself, that we did not have to solve option C and D. Otherwise also what? 10% of 110, that is 10. 15% of 115. You might have to be a little bit quick in calculation. Okay. And the thumb rule is that start with the easiest numbers. Okay, right now.
Yes, sir.
That is a thumb rule of competitive mathematics. So we shall move. Last question for the day. Out of a sum of 625, a part was lent at 5%. 625 total. Part 5%. Another part 10%. Simple interest. If the interest on the first part after 2 years is equal to the interest on the second part after 4 years, then the second sum is effectively 10% interest, effectively 40% interest, right? Option A is 125. Okay, they are saying the second part. One moment. Just one moment. If the second part is 125, guys,
470, sir. The first part would.
the second part is 125. What is the first part? 500.
Yes, yes.
How much is this value? 250 minus 625. 300. 325. 375.
Yes, sir. 3, sir.
10% of which value is equal to 40% of which another value? Tell me. It's this one, right now.
Yes, sir.
10% of 500 is 50 and 40% of 125 again is 50. So obviously the money was invested in the ratio of 500 and 125. I mean, whichever the simplest form is, right? So option number A over here will be your correct answer. Clear, guys? Think about this question, solve it this way in your examinations. Be unorthodox, be unhinged. Do not look for formulas. Do not look for straight ways. You should do not look for, okay, one after the another, only after I'm finding the logic. No. In the ambiguous situation, just keep on moving with whatever, logic you can deduce from one step after the another. Okay, so you got to be very, very sharp in your mind. Okay, and it comes with a lot of practice. I hope, Avikan, you are enjoying it, right? No, you enjoy this way of solving mathematics, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? Okay, I'm very thankful to my mathematics teachers throughout. Okay, throughout my CAT prep, my Sainik School prep, and whatnot. Okay. Anyways, we'll talk about that. Okay. Thank you so much for joining, guys, and we'll meet. I'll let you know when.